Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a no communication love reading for Leo, focused on a connection where communication may currently be limited, paused, or unclear. We'll explore your energy, the energy of the person on your mind, and the emotional dynamic between you, not to fix or chase anyone, but to support your clarity, self-trust, and emotional steadiness. As always, take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos, please. Okay, so we have the Three of Pentacles, your person's energy. Okay. I feel like this person is kind of trying to figure out if you two are compatible or if you're on the same page. They're viewing you as the Four of Pentacles, all right? Most likely because you're holding back. And their future actions towards you, we get the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, all right? And we see the Two of Cups, all right? So your person is definitely feeling this strong soulmate connection here with you, Leo. But I feel like there's something that's keeping them kind of in this in-between energy. And it could be here because you're holding back. You might be just focused on your finances. You might be focused on your stability right now, on your health. You're not overgiving to this connection. And they may just not be sure if you're on the same page or not. Even though this person does feel like there's a lot of compatibility here between the two of you. All right, like you're very compatible, but I feel like at the same time, it's like, are we on the same page? Do we want the same things? All right, and we have the Magician in reverse. Okay, we get a lot of confirmation from those trucks honking out there. The Magician in reverse, Virgo, Gemini energy. So this person is in the in-between. They feel like there's compatibility, Leo. But they're not taking action. They're not communicating right now. And the Magician in reverse is my Mercury in retrograde card. Or Mercury retrograde card. So I do feel like right now, we're in Mercury retrograde until the 20th of March. So about a week away. And so I think they are going to be taking this time to do some reflection. They're kind of like up in the air here about what to do or how to feel, even though they feel, see, and sense that this is a strong soulmate connection. Yeah, avoidant energy, Tower energy in reverse. It's almost like I'm hearing it's easier to stay away right now, Leo, or it's easier to kind of keep things superficial or light because they want to avoid disaster. They want to avoid saying or doing the wrong thing. I don't think that they've let this go or they're letting you go. It's like I just kind of get this person needing more time to think, needing more time to regulate, needing more time to get clear. They're viewing you as the Four of Pentacles, so they see you as stable and holding back. But this is also telling me that this person is still holding on to you. It's like they don't want to fully let this go. They see you hardworking. They see you focused. This is you also having your own life, right? You're not overly focused on them, or that's how they feel. And the Hanged Man energy in reverse, Pisces energy. They also know that you're not going to wait around forever. You know, the Hanged Man is not going to stay stuck. They also see you as very wise. They see you as enlightened. It's interesting, though. This person does not want to let you go, but they also know if they wait too long, you're going to let go. You're going to move in a different direction. Somebody's going to come in and sweep you off your feet. Now, with the King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, there may be an emotional outpouring here, or this person might stay mum. So let's see. The Five of Wands, conflicted. And we see the Knight of Cups energy in reverse. Yeah. I do kind of feel like your person is probably going to be staying quiet here. Do they have love for you, Leo? Yes. But they're a little bit conflicted about commitment or seeing this through right now. Okay. But again, it's probably in the next like 5 to 8 days. How you're feeling, Six of Cups. You have sweet feelings for this person. You're crushing on them. You also feel like this is a soulmate connection. So I don't know if there's been a fight or an argument here, or you're in separation, or this is a secret admirer. It's going to be different for all of you. Now we have Virgo, Gemini, Aries, Scorpio energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming through very strong. I just feel like over the next week or so, we'll put it that way, which is as Mercury in retrograde, Mercury retrograde in Pisces is wrapping up. Thank goodness I'll be able to speak properly then, hopefully. I feel like this person is going to be feeling a little bit conflicted. The Knight of Cups can be somebody who's still around but not fully giving. So I don't think you're going to be getting a lot of clarity in the next week or so from this person and their actions. But this person is very well aware with that Hanged Man energy in reverse that you're not going to stay stuck and you're not going to wait around forever, or for very long for that matter. I also think this person is starting to see you differently, Leo, and I also feel like that's because you are holding back and you're focused on you, going to the gym, working out, taking care of yourself, walking, running, doing whatever, focus on your health and your wellness, working. You're just doing you right now. And I feel like that takes a lot of pressure off of this situation, but I actually think it is making them soften more to this connection, want you more, but again, they're still holding back. All right, so we see happy family in reverse. Some of you may be in separation from this person. This can sometimes also be somebody who's come from instability. And the happy family card in reverse can also indicate somebody here who's been married and divorced, or, they have some regrets because there were children involved in a separation. This can also be someone who hasn't been in a relationship in a while. Okay. And we see adjacent possibilities. They're not exploring other possibilities or options though, Leo. I want to be very clear there. And we see victory. They do want victory with you. And they see victory with you and not anybody else. But we see angel of love. I don't know if they've been hurt or disappointed, or they're a little bit insecure about giving their love in fear of getting hurt or messing things up. Interesting. All right, let's see what they would like, what we need to know about them. Their shadow or something here that may be blocking them. Their shadow or something that may be blocking them. All right, so unworthy. So this person may struggle with feelings of self-worth. You deserve an amazing relationship. Take steps to heal doubts about yourself. And the Magician energy in reverse can be just that, feeling like they don't have enough to offer you. Okay. And we have demanding. You set impossible standards for your partner to meet. Be less demanding. Yeah, they could be a little bit of a perfectionist. Sometimes when people are very demanding, it's because they feel like there's something they can't give. So just pay attention to that. I also feel too, in their childhood, they may have had a very demanding or judgmental parent, who maybe made them feel like they were never going to live up to, their standards, or that they were never good enough. And again, that can translate into relationships, even if they're not overly demanding of you, Leo. And yep, there it is, past trauma. It's coming through. It wants to come through. You need to take time for yourself and heal your past trauma before moving on. For a lot of you, I feel like that is, I hit the nail on the head there. There's feelings of self-worth because they may have had a very demanding parent or relationship, but it feels like it goes back to childhood. Okay, and there's some trauma around that makes them feel like maybe they're not good enough, or they'll never be good enough, or, something along those lines. All right, let's see what they would like to say to you, Leo. What does this person want to say to my Leos? I wish I could right my wrongs. Okay. And being away from you has allowed me to gain clarity. So they're doing some reflection here during this transit, during this time period, during this week, this upcoming week. We have the Two of Cups and the Six of Cups. This is strong soulmate energy. So it does kind of feel like, yes, you're in a period where communication is currently limited, paused, or unclear. But at the same time, it feels like that's not always going to be the case. All right. It's just right now they're conflicted, lacking confidence, probably in a bit of self-preservation mode. I've looked you up online to see what you've been up to, so they definitely follow you, watch you. And my heart is telling me to just do it, to reach out, to tell you how they're really feeling, to tell you what's up with them. And being apart has been life-changing for me, so they've been doing a lot of reflection here, Leo. And yeah, they're still very much so affected by your connection. It feels like this is somebody you know. Now, it could be a connection that hasn't quite found its form just yet. You know, and maybe your friends or your coworkers, or, you know, you see them out and about. All right, let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know? Okay, this person, sudden change, shocking news, surprise, epiphany, upheaval, and transformation. This is somebody going through a tower moment, but it can also be an aha moment, or like, you know, commonly known as a come to Jesus moment here. And they may surprise you. They may surprise you eventually here with an emotional outpouring. And endings bring new beginnings, growth, change, liberation, and transition. Yes, okay. So endings bringing new beginnings here. I think they do see some sort of fresh start, but they need some time here. And like I said, it doesn't feel like months, you know, or years. I mean, obviously some of you that could be the case, but I feel more so it's just like there's going to be, and this has been a common theme in these readings, this series of no communication readings, like this Mercury retrograde hasn't been about a lot of communication and necessarily like exes coming back. It's been about secret feelings, and that makes a lot of sense because it's Pisces energy. We're in Pisces season. It's Mercury retrograding in Pisces, so it's about exploring those deeper emotional depths, but it's also about, you know, secrets coming to the surface, but more so exploring our own emotional depths, if you will, rather than reaching out and telling everybody else about it just yet, right? All right, Leo, so you see, in your energy, we see kisses, unconditionally loving, giving and receiving affection, falling in love. Okay, so a lot of you, this is the energy you've given to this person. But I also see that there's potential falling in love or re-falling in love with one another here. And karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. I definitely feel like if this is a connection that you've let go of, this person still does love you. They're still affected by this connection. There's another message coming through here, Leo. You gave all you could give. There's nothing that you could have done differently here that would have changed the outcome for the better. Okay? And I do feel like there are some lessons attached to this connection for you, for this person. This person, regardless if they're talking to you, they're coming towards you right now, they do love you. And they may be experiencing a little bit of turmoil. And I do think that turmoil is connected to the fact that they want back in, or they want to come towards you, because I don't think they see anybody else right now, or they see themselves with anybody else. And what I love about this is paradise, happiness, expansion, joy, playfulness, oneness, enjoying each other. So I see that potential here in this connection, Leo. All right, let's take a look and see what their very next actions are towards you. Although I'm getting strong messages that most likely in the next week or so, there may not be a whole lot of action, but let's see. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos. What are their very next actions towards my Leos? Yeah, Queen of Cups energy in reverse. Not fully giving to this connection. World card, closing out a cycle, waiting, and then coming towards you. Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, you know, I see this person working through some stuff during this transit, and closing out a cycle of maybe not being particularly emotionally available, or dealing with some of those deeper, darker emotions, waiting for the right time to come towards you. Okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we get the Seven of Cups in reverse, getting clarity about reunion, about this soulmate connection. So I do think they're getting clarity. And again, it feels like the next 7 to 10 days, roughly. Okay? All right. One thing I would like to do now is pull some oracle messages from the Quiet Truth Oracle. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos. Your inner voice is calm. Listen to that one. You're allowed to do nothing right now. Okay? That one wants out. You're safe to wait. And you're allowed to change your mind. So no matter how you feel right now and in the silence or when this communication is unclear, limited, or paused, you're allowed to change your mind. Give yourself permission to do so. And you don't need an answer tonight. And your feelings right now, Leo, are responding accurately. So don't let a part of yourself or anyone else make you feel otherwise. All right, my lovely Leos, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.